Actually, interestingly, a lot of people ask, if you weren't a gospel singer, what would you be doing?
I don't know. All I know is this. I
Really?
never had a plan B.
That's
No.
so if it didn't
I
work.
did hair. And hair was only a means to an end. I was doing hair until I became a singer. I dreamed of being a singer. I would be in choir rehearsal and close my eyes and open my eyes, and people would be worshiping. And I was like, I want to do that for the rest of my life. I had my dreams were always a big stage with thousands of people worshiping Jesus with me from the beginning. So
do you feel like you willed yourself to that?
I didn't will myself. I just followed God's will for my life.
That's
when I
good.
didn't know what it was, when I got out of high school, I was like, okay, well, I don't think you can go to school for singing. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't really rock with the college counselors. I probably would have known. But I was like, I'll go to school for business or something. I don't know, I guess. And I was fine with singing at church because my church choir was a big deal in LA.
Yes.
We recorded. And
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm an evangelistic mass choir.
Right.
Evangelistic Church of God in Christ Mass. What are you talking about? I'm professional.
We out here.
Yeah. So my cousin said, if you could go to school for something, what would it be? I was like, music. And so I went for music, and so I started studying. And as I started studying, I got the opportunity to sing with stage plays, then to sing background, and it just evolved from there. I was like, do I go to school for singing or do I sing?
So what point in your career did you realize, like, oh my gosh, I've achieved what I dreamt of?
There was an event called the Comeback of Jesus. It was in Holland. It was an arena that sat 70,000. And they were all around the stage like as if it was a big rock concert, and they was going, Jesus, Jesus. And they just called Mary, Mary.
Yeah.
And the audience started screaming, and I broke down crying in the back.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I was like, you did it. You kept your word to me.
I got chills.
You were faithful, and I was able to do this, and I didn't have to take my clothes on. I didn't have to compromise. I didn't have to sign to some raggedy.
Right.
It was the way it happened. The way God showed it to me.
That's amazing.
And
70,000 people.
70,000. It was
For
called the
gospel
Comeback
music.
of Jesus.
Okay.
This was in 2001, 2002.
So performing, like, I mean, I'm sure you've done like 2,000-3,000 seaters.
Yeah.
Right?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not often.
Oh, well, whatever.
I've
You've done
done a
them.
couple.
But
Yeah.
so they talk
I
about
don't want you to put it like, 2,000-3,000.
We get it, Kev.
Once or twice.
I mean, we are in KevOnStage studios.
Absolutely.
It's a very small room, though.
Well,
Studio nonetheless.
Yeah, Studio A is right here.
Yes.
This is my
Studio
Jeff
A through
Bezos.
Z. It's right here.
But you know what I think about? And I'm going to let you answer the question. Those pictures of like Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos in their
In the
little
garage? Dude.
This is the one where they can be like, Kev started this right here. And I'm going to be like, yeah, man, Studio
This house
A.
is gonna be a historical site.
Yes. I want to
This
keep it
whole-
like the Jacksons.
Yes.
Don't nobody live there.
I've
This
gone
is
to
mine.
that house.
Have you?
And taken pictures in front of it. Absolutely.
And I thought you were saved. Your question, Jay.
No, so I was going to say, as a comic, when you do like 2,000-3,000 seater, they talk about the wave. Like you have to give a joke. You give a joke, and then you can hear the laughter
wow.
and then come back forward.
Yeah, yeah.
With singing and performing with music, do you have that same thing? Like,
Yes.
really?
It's when they sing back to you.
Really?
Best feeling ever. While they're singing back to you, you remember writing the song. You remember what you thought. You remember recording and hoping that they would like it. You remember
That
all
gives
of
me
that.
chills.
And
It does.
it's like I could almost cry right now thinking about it because I wanted it so bad. And I was like, man, I want to rep Jesus like in a big way. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to be, well, let's bring the little raggedy gospel singer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want it to
They
be
gotta watch
excellent.
for
You
it.
know,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Pray for me as I attempt to sing. What's the word? Like just raggedy, just